Good afternoon, everyone. Today we are going to talk about the LG hookah and Australian real estate industry. Due to the financial crisis, the Australia's real estate company being affected a lot, especially for the house pricing. Under this background, there are still over 500 real estate companies in Australia. Today, the LG hookah, I think, is one of the largest company in this industry. According to their official website information, they expand their business in many countries such as New Zealand, China, and Indonesia, and India also. So they said that over 600 office and employed over 6,000 people work for them in the corporation. And it was like other company in Australia. It also started from a very small business, and its founder was named Leslie Joseph Hookah, and he started his company in 1928. Under his lead, the company survived from the Depression and the World War II. And after the war, he expanded his business really fast. And until the 1950s, the LG hookah already controlled over 73 million acres in Australia, and it's almost the same size of Taiwan. So today in this presentation, we are going to talk about we are going to do an internal analysis about the weakness and strengths of the LG hookah, and also provide the SWOT analysis and the pestle analysis for this company. Now let me introduce my friend Anoushka to continue presenting.
I'll be presenting the market situation for LG hookah. So LG hookah started in 1982 and it's been in Australia for the last 90 years. In the last 90 years, they have managed to become Australia's largest real estate company and outdid all their competitors in the market. They have a lot of different types of customers which come to them. They're mostly age groups from 25 to 65, which include 41% of their customers are their major clients, and they include first-time buyers. These are the people who have just started their first step into property and are looking for a house for themselves or their family just started. Then there are low mid-income category people. So these include the middle-aged, middle-income people who are looking for a house for themselves and their family, or professionals who've come and on their first job, or students who are shifting to Australia looking for a place to stay, approach them. Then the high-end property buyers are usually looking for investment purposes or like upgrading or downgrading their own houses. Lastly, they also provide insight on how to invest when it comes to property. Since they know and they've been in Australia for 90 years, they have a lot of understanding of how to give their clients the products they need and how to deal with the consumer behaviors, finding the ideal property for the ideal customer depending on their personality, their income, their age. Yes. And next slide. So the marketing mix for LG hookah. So they need to give their clients the perfect property and everything they need from that property they should be able to get. So the type of property the customer wants is very essential for LG hookah to understand. And the pricing is based on competition-based pricing. So they price their property in regards with how a competitor has priced a similar property. And sometimes this leads to a bidding war. A competitor may price it lower than their price, and this starts to a war, which is not good for the market situation, because sometimes when pricing a property too low, the customer thinks that something's wrong with the property. Then they have 600 offices with 6,000 employees, which makes them really approachable. They're placed out wide and throughout Australia and other places in the world. So approaching them is easy. They're easily accessible. And marketing. They market their promotional strategies, and marketing is all done through internet. They have a comprehensive strategic marketing happening, which happens through Facebook, Instagram, newspapers, telecasts. And as a way of promotion for people to approach them and go with LG hookah, they also have house loans. So not only will they give you a property, but they'll also help you create a financial portfolio on how to fund yourself in order to attain the property. Thank you. Now we will have Jordan.
Hello guys, my name is Zhu Daiming and I'm going to talk about the competitive situations of LG hookers. Real estate is one of the most fiercely contested industry in Australia, with more brands and companies vying for the market shares this year. The competitions become greater. For the convenience of research, we select two of LJ Hooker's close competitors for competitive situation analysis: Wise and Ring and Hoy. We did SWOT analysis for both companies and found that there are many similarities between Wise and Hoy. Wise and Ring and Hoy. Like, both have significant market shares and a growing demand in foreign countries, as well as some disadvantages like limited success outside the core business and threats from foreign brands. So in response, both of the companies use strategies of offensive to improve their market positions, like offering better product at a lower price to drop off competitions and creating new markets. So overall, Wise and Ring and Horn are the two closest rivals of LJ Hookers based on market share. The difference in strategies, marketing mix, key success factor help us to distinguish among different companies operating in markets. And while formulating policies or designing marketing campaigns, LJ Hookers needs to consider the strategies of their competitors in order to sustain the fiercely competitive real estate markets. I'm done with my part. Let's welcome my friend HuangTao C3314436.
Now I'm going to talk about the personal analysis of the whole of Australia real estate company industry. First, the policy trend. There are three level government in Australia. It's federal, international by federal, and the state and local government. They are usually control the house pricing by using the tax. Because there are many different there are variety types of tax in Australia, but the most unstable one is stamp duties, because depending on the different states, there are many different stamp duties. The rate of stamp duty is different, and also there's new policy about the restriction of foreign purchasing property in Australia, because there are more foreign buyers to decide purchase property in Australia, and their purchasing behavior leads the rates of demand and the price of local properties. Next one is economic trends. Australia always have a very stable economy, and he have the highest growth rate in the developed country. It's already its economic growth continued for 26 years and without any disruption. And so far, the main income for Australia also from they also have the foreign investment, especially from China. But now more and more China businessmen decide to shift their investment from the property to healthcare, and this will lead the house price drop a little bit. But however, there's another appearance show that more and more family decide to shrink their household net saving, and because their customer is spending already exceeding their deficit. So more and more family can't afford the price for the the price of properties. And next one is social trend. Australia is the sixth largest country in the world, but have very low population density. It's around 3 kilometers per person, each person. So even the largest country, even the largest city, Sydney, only have 5 million population. Another trend is 5 million. Like the other country in the world, Australia also facing the age population problems, and that's make the young age must suffering from more pressure from the take care of the elderly. And because according to there's one research done by the HSBC bank that about there's research done by the HSBC bank from Hong Kong. It's about the young people purchasing their own properties. Many people say they have a plan to purchase property in few years, but the low salary is become one of the largest challenge for them. The next one on top is about the technology trends. Actually, there are many advanced technology applied in the real estate industry, such as VR technology. People can use VR technology in real estate, such as they can create a 3D virtual tour for their customer, and so that they can cut the time and the cost for customer experience. And another technology was very popular is 3D printer. 3D printer come out can really help the land development, the building. So I think the company cuts the cost on the material and the assembly. It also helps the time getting shorter, the building time getting shorter. Another trend is the environmental trend. Because of the overland developing, the Australia's environment is being damaged a lot, especially for the soil, the forest, and the sea. So government will come out a lot of restriction about the land developing, and because of this, the land price also get higher than before. Last one is a legal trend. In Australia, there is a perfect law about the trading properties. It protects the both sides of the buyer and the seller. So because of this, the law creates a rule for the real estate marketing, and it help. It's make even the big company like LG Hooker, they contract the customers, and they contract the customers. And now I finished my part. Now let me introduce my friend Jason to continue the next round.
Oh, hi, my name is Jason. I'm gonna talk about the SWOT analysis. Basically, SWOT analysis is to evaluate the company's strength, weakness, opportunities, and threats. Okay, first of all, the strength of LG Hooker. It is known for their strong reputations and sales, as on 2011, they sold over 15.5 billion worth of property. Another competitive advantage they have is the customers get rewards when they use the campus frequent flyer program, where customers list the house and sell through them. They also support local community. For example, the Narromine Hospital, LG Hooker raise their funds by giving charities. Lastly, they have 6 offices. They have 6 offices: Australia, New Zealand, Fiji, Vanuatu, China, and Indonesia. Lastly, they are rated the best and trusted real agent in Australia by the News Poll in Australia. Secondly, I want to talk about the weakness. It lacks business variety when compared to Ray White. Ray White is one of the competitors that they have. Ray White excels in residential, lifestyle, marine, concierge projects, and many others. Ray White has offices throughout the world as well. The only difference is Ray White has office in the Middle East and US, which LJ Hooker doesn't have. The one is the opportunities that LJ Hooker can expand to. Well, judging from the market size just now, LJ Hooker could probably expand to other markets, since they didn't cover India and US. India right now is there are 17.5 world population resides in India, which makes India a very good place to go for. Other is LJ Hooker can expand their business priorities, but for example tourism services to match up with Ray White. And right now more and more tourists are going Australia. In 2018 there are 9.3 million short-term visitors in Australia itself. Threats. There are threats that every real estate housing services face. First is the unpredictable housing market. Liquidity risk. They can't, let's say if LJ Hookers really need money but the economy is really bad, but they can't sell any houses at that moment they really need the money. So there's one threat to them. Other one is there are possibilities that customers can sue them. For example, let's say it's an open house, there are a lot of families going to a house and one of the families child fall and hurt themselves in the house. That would the family can sue the company and it would be a trouble with them. That's it for our presentation about LJ Hooker. Thank you for listening.